The world of Korean entertainment has always thrived on secrets, whispers, and sudden revelations that send fans into a frenzy. But this time, the news was not just another rumor or speculative headline, it was Chang Wook himself who shattered the silence, who stood before flashing cameras and curious reporters. Finally revealed the truth that fans had been both dreading and praying for. Yes, Chang Wook, the beloved actor whose smile has melted countless hearts across Asia, spoke openly about his long-hidden wedding plans. What left fans trembling with awe, tears streaming down their faces, was not simply the confirmation of marriage, it was the revelation of why his heart belongs entirely to one woman, the radiant Nam Ji-hyun. The confession sent waves of electricity through the entertainment industry. Headlines blared across news portals within minutes. Hashtags exploded on Twitter. And fan communities from Seoul to Los Angeles to Manila filled with disbelief, joy, and endless speculation. For years, Chang Wook's love life had been a fortress. Hide behind a gentleman's smile and carefully worded interviews. Fans had speculated about his co-stars. Gossip sites had tried to link him to secret flings. And the media had hunted for evidence of a girlfriend. But none could ever break through the silence, until now. In that moment, the actor who had captivated millions with dramas like Healer, The K2, and Suspicious Partner let his guard down. He did not speak as the suave leading man on screen, but as a man stripped of pretense, admitting to the world that his heart had chosen. And that choice was not a mystery name hidden in shadows. It was the woman who had once shared the screen with him in one of the most beloved dramas of its time. A woman whose youthful innocence and powerful talent had complemented his presence so perfectly that fans had never stopped asking, are they more than just co-stars? Nam Ji-hyun, the name rolled off his tongue with warmth and certainty. And the entire room gasped. As if the final puzzle piece had fallen into place. A picture fans had been sketching in their minds for years. The chemistry they once witnessed in Suspicious Partner was not just acting, it was the spark of something real, something genuine. Something that had grown quietly behind the curtain of celebrity life. The first time they met, Chang Wook later explained. He was struck not just by her professionalism but by her aura. She was younger, yes, but she carried herself with a depth that belied her age. She had a warmth that drew people to her. An authenticity that made even the longest days on set feel lighter. And as they filmed scene after scene, from playful arguments to tearful confessions, found himself drawn to her in ways he could not explain. She had this light, he said softly, his eyes glistening as he recalled their early days. And no matter what, I wanted to keep that light close to me. For fans, his words were more than a revelation, they were a vindication. For years, Chang Wook and Nam Ji-hyun had been one of the most heavily shipped couples in the K-drama world. Fans created endless fan edits, compilations, and Twitter threads analyzing every glance, every touch, every subtle smile between them. They swore there was something more than acting. They dissected behind-the-scenes clips where Chang Wook seemed to linger near her, where his protectiveness seemed to slip past a role and reveal the man himself. And now, years later, their suspicions were confirmed. The actor revealed that the road to this moment had not been easy. After Suspicious Partner, he had to leave for his mandatory military service. And during that time he felt both the weight of distance and the uncertainty of what the future might hold. But Nam Ji-hyun never disappeared from his life. Quietly, without publicity or fanfare, she continued to support him, sending letters, keeping in touch, and being a steady presence even as he struggled with the loneliness of military duty. That was when I realized, he confessed, his voice trembling. She wasn't just a co-star or a friend. She was someone who stood with me even when the cameras were off. That's when my heart truly belonged to her. The audience listening to his words could feel the sincerity. It was not a rehearsed press statement or a PR-driven announcement. This was Chang Wook bearing his soul. The vulnerable man beneath a glamorous image. And fans, who had adored him for years, found themselves weeping. Social media filled with emotional outpourings. The love story we all dreamed of, wrote one fan on Instagram. Another said, they were destined. We always knew it. Yet, with the revelation of their love also came the unveiling of the wedding secret. Chang Wook admitted that they had been planning quietly, away from the blinding eyes of paparazzi. He described how difficult it was to keep such a monumental decision private. How many times he had wanted to shout his joy from the rooftops but chose instead to protect the sanctity of the bond. It wasn't about hiding from fans, he clarified. About protecting her, protecting us. This love is ours before it is anyone else's. The actor's words painted a picture of devotion. Of a man who had fought battles not just on screen but in the real world of fame and scrutiny. And who had finally emerged with something worth far more than applause, an enduring love. As he concluded his heartfelt confession, the crowd of journalists was silent for a moment, overwhelmed by the weight of his honesty. Came the flood of questions. When is the wedding? Where will it be held? Who will attend? But Chang Wook only smiled, offering just enough to keep the world buzzing while still holding some mystery close to his heart. All I can say, he teased gently. It will be a day filled with love, laughter, and the people who matter most to us. Fans left that press event in shock, exhilaration, and wonder. They had expected an actor's vague statement, perhaps a denial or a coy hint. What they received instead was an open declaration of love and a promise of a future. And just as quickly as the news spread, did the speculation. What really happened behind the scenes? What were the little moments that convinced Chang Wook that Nam Ji-hyun was the one? What secrets about their journey together had yet to be unveiled? As fans dried their tears and celebrated online, the question lingered in the air: how did this love story truly unfold? The answer, as Chang Wook hinted, is even more beautiful, more dramatic, and more heartwarming than anyone could imagine. The story he was finally ready to share. The stage was set. The curtain was lifting. And the world was about to witness the untold story of Chang Wook and Nam Ji-hyun. A story that would redefine love in the eyes of millions. Behind every public confession lies a history woven from whispers, glances, and moments too delicate to capture on camera. Chang Wook's decision to finally reveal his wedding secrets was not born overnight. It was the result of years of hidden moments, choices made quietly in the shadows, and of a love story that had blossomed far from the spotlight. The first seeds of their relationship were planted on the set of Suspicious Partner. Fans adored their on-screen chemistry, but few knew how genuine their off-screen bond had become. Grueling rehearsals. When exhaustion threatened to take over, Chang Wook was often seen encouraging Nam Ji-hyun with gentle words. She, in turn, had a calming influence on him. After breaking the tension of long filming hours, staff members later admitted that their closeness was impossible to ignore. They looked at each other differently. A crew member recalled, there was always something in his eyes when he spoke to her. But even as whispers grew, they never confirmed anything. Chang Wook was already a major star, and Nam Ji-hyun was carving her own path as an actress known for her natural charm. The pressures of public scrutiny loomed large. Came his military enlistment, a period that could have severed any fragile bond. Instead, it solidified it. Away from the cameras, they found ways to stay connected. Private letters, messages exchanged in secrecy, quiet reassurances. It was in this hidden chapter of their lives that Chang Wook realized the truth. When he returned from service, industry welcomed him back with open arms. But his perspective had changed. Fame, roles, and fan adoration were important. But what mattered most was the person who had waited for him without fanfare, who had shown loyalty when the world was silent. I came back to the spotlight, he later said. Also came back to her. Their love grew stronger in private gatherings. Away from the flashbulbs, friends who were close to them spoke of how natural they were together, no pretense, no performance. Just two people who found comfort in each other's presence. And slowly, the idea of marriage took root. Chang Wook, known for his bold characters, found himself nervous as a boy again when he planned to propose. He wanted it to be perfect. Not grandiose, but sincere. The proposal, he revealed, happened on a quiet evening. Not in a lavish hall or under staged lights. He cooked dinner. Something simple but heartfelt. He shared the meal. He handed her a letter. Inside were words he had struggled to say out loud. Words that carried years of hidden emotions. You have been my partner all along. Not just in acting, but in life. Will you be my partner forever? Tears welled in her eyes, and as she nodded, the world seemed to shift. The beginning of their next chapter. A promise sealed not with spectacle, but with intimacy. Their decision to keep the wedding secret was born out of necessity. In a world where every detail becomes gossip, they wanted something untouched, something pure. Envisioned a ceremony not as a public spectacle, a sacred union. Plans were made quietly, families involved with warmth, and close friends sworn to secrecy. It's not about hiding, Chang Wook explained. It's about cherishing. Love is not for headlines, it's for us. And yet, the moment he confessed publicly, the love story that had been guarded so carefully became a gift to the fans. Social media turned into a celebration. Tags like Chang Wook wedding and Chang Wook Jihyun forever trended worldwide. Fans shared old clips from suspicious partner, declaring that they had always believed. Others wrote letters thanking Chang Wook for his honesty, saying that his love story gave them hope in their own lives. Cultural impact was undeniable. In an industry often dominated by scandal and secrecy, Chang Wook's openness stood out as a beacon of authenticity. He did not hide behind PR statements or vague denials. He chose instead to be human, to embrace vulnerability, and to share his happiness with the people who had supported him for so long. I wanted to give back to my fans, he said with a soft smile. They've given me so much, and I wanted them to know that love is real, even in our world. For Nam Ji-hyun, the journey was equally transformative. Long admired for her grounded personality, she suddenly found herself at the center of one of the most beloved love stories in Korean entertainment. But true to her nature, she handled the attention with grace. In a rare statement, she expressed gratitude to fans, saying, "We never expected this kind of reaction. We only knew that we loved each other. Thank you for supporting us." The wedding itself remains a closely guarded secret, but whispers suggest it will be an intimate affair, attended only by family, close friends, and a handful of colleagues who had witnessed their journey. There are talks of a destination ceremony, perhaps in a quiet coastal town far from the chaos of Seoul, where they can exchange vows under the open sky. Whether it happens in a grand hall or a hidden garden, one thing is certain, it will be a day not just for them, for everyone who has believed in their love. As Chang Wook closed his statement, he left fans with words that echoed like poetry. She was never just my co-star. She was always my partner. And now, is my forever. The audience, both in the room and across the globe, erupted in emotion. This was more than news, it was history in the making. And so, the love story of Chang Wook and Nam Ji-hyun stands not just as another celebrity romance, a testament to the power of patience, loyalty, and truth. Fans remain in awe, not only of their union, but the courage it took to share it. In the end, this is not simply a wedding secret revealed. It is the unveiling of a legacy, a love story written in the stars and lived out on the grand stage of life. The curtains may fall on this chapter. For Chang Wook and Nam Ji-hyun, the story is only beginning. And for fans around the world, their tale will forever be remembered as the day fiction became reality, and a drama of love turned into life itself.